Hello map game enjoyers, it's Strategy Game Tours here, and welcome back to another episode of the Megacampaign, the series where I play through Crusader Kings 3, Europa Universalis 4, Victoria 2, and Hearts of Iron 4 in one save file. Now, if you didn't see the last video, you should go check it out, because it'll give you a lot of context for what's happening. We are Lithuania, but for some reason when the save converted, it split us into two pieces. And I'm a little disappointed with that because it's not cool of them to do that. We will have to reel in Lesser Lithuania at any cost. That being said, one of my first priorities that I think I need to pursue is retaking this territory from the Swedish. Because it's not fair that they get to control basically the entire Baltic Sea. Not cool, Sweden. Also, the development is totally different, which really creates a dynamic game. Because it's not vanilla, it's based off of the CK3 save, so things are very different. Like, London isn't even that highly developed, which is just cool and adds a lot of depth. I feel like it's kill or be killed right now, so I'm declaring war on these poor nations over here to bring them into the fold before, you know, the Swedish declare war on me. If someone can give me a good reason why the French are living up here, I would appreciate it. Pomerelia has won the Weakest Neighbor Award, and trust me, you do not want to win the Weakest Neighbor Award, because now I'm going to crush them. This is what you get for breaking free from me back in CK3. You get annexed in the future, and you get to help me pay off my loans. Thank you, man. Also, we can't army drill some reason, because in the conversion, it started me with, like, higher than Tech 3, and you need Tech 3 to do army drilling. No army drilling this game, I guess. That sucks. I'm sorry, Novgorod. Your time is now to, leave the map. It looks like the game straight up hates the von Bismarck dynasty, because we just lost the von Bismarck line for the Roslav line. You gotta be kidding me. May they rest in peace. What did we name Bismarck land for if they're dead now? I forgot to take a province and now there's border war. Oh no. The two-state Lithuania system was just straight up not working, so I annexed them and they're gone now. Greater Lithuania is truly the greater of the two. Yeah, it turns out annexing the other Lithuania just broke the economy. How was I supposed to know that would happen? Oh yeah, the Holy Roman Empire is in this game, and they are a little large for typical Holy Roman Empire standards, although not as big as they once were. Austria's in charge now. Pretty typical. I'm so ready to participate in the second Byzantine conquest of Bender. You could even say, this is gonna be a real bender. That's a terrible joke. Alright, I'm not one of those gambling Twitch streamers who does slots all day, but I am gonna ask you guys to place your bets on who will win in the long term. Mamluks or Byzantine Empire in the, Ottoman Mamluks showdown, except different. Place your bets in the comments. No cheating. If you cheat, I will know. I'd personally like to walk into the Vatican City and ask the Pope, hey man, what are you doing with all this land? Why do you need the entirety of southern Italy to do your Pope things? It's not that you want to tax people so you can fund the arts, is it? No, it wouldn't be that, Mr. Venetius II. I love the EU4 AI so much. Why would they ever think that giving Sardinia to Ruthenia is a good idea? I love the AI. Nothing like going in debt to fund the arts. This is the EU4 way. I wonder if the buffs from Renaissance also include the buffs from NFTs, because I think NFTs could make Greater Lithuania a lot better right now. Watch me, I'm gonna sell the French a picture of a scary monkey for 80,000 ducats. I've been elected to the papal controller, and I'm just gonna ruin somebody's day for the fun of it. Sorry, Mamluks. You may be wondering why Lithuania needs a territory in northern Spain. We just do. Don't ask questions about it. In EU4, sometimes you just get this urge to, like, set the world aflame. And trust me, I'm gonna set the world aflame. 100,000 plus infantry on both sides. We're going to war with Sweden. Everybody is going to suffer. I have waited a long time to do this to Sweden. I couldn't get it all, but I got most of it. Greater Lithuania, really greater than Sweden. This is the grossest colonial nation I think I've ever created. We have 2 provinces in Florida, 2 provinces in Virginia, and we have Eastern Maryland. And we will name it New Bismarck in honor of our dead chain of monarchs. I really didn't expect to invade Florida, but I have to invade Florida, so I guess I'm doing it. I feel like they buffed the Native Americans in this game because for some reason they can take back land from your colonial nation without you being able to join the war. So they just slaughtered my northern colonies. So now we literally just have Florida. What a sad state we are in. I worked so hard to develop this colony, and then in one move, it was taken away from me. And I didn't even get called into the war. How is that fair, Europa Universalis? Poland, not looking so good anymore, my friend. You ever considered a Commonwealth of sorts? They kicked out my colony. You gotta be kidding me. It would appear that I'm gonna have to withdraw completely from the Americas because for whatever reason, they have kicked me out and they are really, really strong in this version of the game. I haven't really played this game in 2 years, so I did not expect that to happen. Imagine being one of these poor nations. You got Persia over here, you got this nation from northern India over here, and you got Tehran on top of you. What do you do in this situation? These guys must be really scared, except somehow they have 72,000 troops? What? I think this is the worst nightmare of English people, and I think this is what they see when they hear that Scotland wants independence. They think that Scotland's gonna annex Ireland and then come for them and make it so they only have 1 province, and then they'll give half of the territory of England to Wessex. The sieges in this game are so annoying because they take so long. Both sides know that I was gonna win this war from the very beginning. But for some reason, this game makes you wait it out and do those painfully long sieges to get your measly piece of territory and then move on with your life. I think I've been going about colonization the wrong way. I tried going from the bottom up, now I'm gonna go from the top down, because there seems to be some weakness near the top. Lithuanian Canada has been formed, which I would say is fantastic, but the last time I formed a colony, it got wiped off the map. So I'm not sure anymore. Okay, they let the colony live and they only took away 1 province. So maybe it'll stick this time. I'm actually gonna strengthen my colony by taking all of Norway's colonies. A bit underhanded, but it'll help. It was a stupid war that accomplished very little except eliminating one of my friends. So I would not do that again. And there goes most of the territory. You gotta be kidding me. There we go. We're back in business. That's a healthy size Lithuanian Canada. We have renamed Canada to Otto Land in memory of Otto von Bismarck, because Bismarck land was so crudely destroyed by my enemies. It's time to go up against the big boss in town, the largest federation, because one way or another I will create a successful American colony. That was a hard-fought win, but oh man, Otto's land and whatever this is gonna be below it, thumbs up. New colonial nation. The recommendation for said colonial nation is Florida, and it's Maine. Victoria 2, EU 4. I'm not naming my colony in Maine Florida. We will name it Bismarck Land 2 in memory of the first failed Bismarck land. No, not again. They got rid of it again. This would be so much less broken if you could guarantee the independence of your colonies. So this federation is sieging down Canada. Unacceptable. My strategy this time seems good. I've trapped all of the armies of the main federation on this island, and then I'm using my other stack to clean up. I think Bismarck Land 2 might be big enough to survive this time. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. They just took away Canada again. I'm putting all of my eggs in the Bismarck Land 2 basket. I'm sorry, Otto's land, but I don't care anymore. I think we're nearing too big to fail levels, because Bismarck Land is huge, and I really don't think they can keep their 82,000 troops. Everything is starting to get very consolidated, which should make for an interesting game of Victoria 2. The only stuff that isn't consolidated, Britain. Oh, Britain, you look less consolidated than the HRE. You heard me right, we're going back to Florida. I'm actually thinking that it's easier to take territory from the Europeans at this point than it is anybody else. Yeah, I give up totally and completely. The new updates to this game have made colonization impossible. So we're done with that. We're just gonna focus on my own territory. So meanwhile, back in Lithuania, the world is a mess. The Polish are allied with all of these people. The Ruthenians are allied with Persia, who has 400,000 troops. The Swedish are allied with the Polish and the French, and they have 150,000 troops. Me, on the other hand, I have 72,000 troops, so we're in big trouble and we really got to turn this thing around. See, I thought I could use my colonies to make enough money in tariffs to actually fund an army and stop these guys, but the colonial game is way too expensive for no reason. Now that I'm back in Europe, I'm going to set the world aflame again by declaring war on Ruthenia here. I think it's funny that I've found myself at war with Piedmont somehow. Even after all these years, they're still coming back to bite me. Well, territory is not easy to come by in Europe. 3 states for, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of casualties. But I have a new plan. And that plan involves doing horrible things to Poland. France might be the main controller of the revolution, but don't forget, the real revolutionary roots are in West Africa. Interesting. I've lost my honor to a bunch of bad circumstances, but now I'm going to declare war on the Polish, and I'm going to get my honor back. I needed Krakow and I needed Warsaw, so we get this disgusting border gore. I really hope that comes with me to Victoria too. There are some huge empires over here. Going into Victoria too, this is gonna be wild. It is time to enforce the PLC, which makes me the Commonwealth, and honestly, maybe the most cursed Commonwealth I've ever seen. We will be moving our capital to Warsaw. That's a stupid idea. I don't care. And yeah, hey, Poland, I think you have some territory that belongs to me. Restoration of Union, Cassius Belli. That will be good. I formed the Commonwealth, but it came at a great price. My friend and ally Doulos has been destroyed by the Persians. My friend and ally Hungary has been humbled and weakened by literally everybody under the sun. And finally, my ally Denmark has been tied to me, so they have been unable to do anything for this entire game. Wow. I'm a little confused. Why does Cuba have 66% liberty desire if they're just the Bahamas and this little tiny bit of Florida? What makes them think they can rebel against me? Also, my poor colonies. They're gone. The only relics of that period are this one province that is of the Ruthenian culture. 2 provinces. Everything else has just been wiped over. Ah yes, today is the day my eyes were forced to see the disgusting mess that is Bohemian Russia. And now you, my viewers, also have to see the disgusting mess that is Bohemian Russia. You guys can thank me later for this border gore. I actually thought the Holy Roman Empire would be a threat this game. Boy, was I wrong. They just got driven into the ground by the Austrian Emperor. I don't know what I expected. You can assign a colonist to promote settlement growth in your own country? How long has this been a feature? That's super helpful. I can't believe that exists. Got more land off the Polish because my ally here went after Byzantium, who is allied to Poland, which is, free real estate. I'm not going to argue with that. That was the bloodiest war I fought all game, and I only got 4 provinces out of it, but that's, pretty good. All right, we are at that sacred date, 1836, January 1st, which means we're going to port up to Victoria 2 now. Thank you all for watching. This has been a very interesting episode of the Mega Campaign. I'm trying to take it slow so it doesn't blob out of control. In the next video, we'll be playing Victoria 2. We'll enter my home turf, where I am a master of the game, and we will do great things as the Commonwealth. I'm really interested to see what this will port to, because it could port to Poland, Lithuania, or it could just make its own tag as the Commonwealth in the next game. I'm very excited. This is the world that we have to live in. We basically have Britain. Wessex is basically Britain. We have Scotland, who has been demoted to Ireland. It's going to be weird. Byzantium will probably be like the Ottomans. We have this weird Italian-German state. Don't know how I feel about that. We have no Spain. We have basically no France. And we just have a ton of giant empires elsewhere. So this is going to be incredibly interesting. And this has been SGT. See you all in the next video. Hey, also, we're going for 5,000 subscribers. I haven't thought of a sub goal yet. I don't even know if I'm going to do a sub goal because I'm so far behind on the other ones. But yeah, please hit the subscribe button and like the video. I would really, really appreciate that. I really appreciate all the support.